I've never been to California, but if I were to go to California, I wouldn't be going right now because they're getting fucked. And folks, let me just tell you, it's not in the good dick way. So they're getting fucked pretty hard in California, apparently. California's rainstorm hell among the most deadly disasters in our history. Quote, the series of storms that have pummeled the state have killed at least 19 people and left swaths of land flooded. Oh no. Oh no. So, for those of you that don't know, California has been undergoing a pretty historic drought, and they've got water restrictions. Of course, the water restrictions only apply to poor people because rich people have all their loopholes. Nestle's got their loopholes, etc. Coca-Cola's making out with all the water. But these rainstorms are not really helping out with the drought situation because a lot of the rainstorms are destroying infrastructure, and, you know, you need to have infrastructure in order to have clean water and so forth. So it's almost like climate change is real. It's almost like that. I don't know. Are we there yet? Can we say climate change is real? Are we allowed to say that in the United States? You know, talk about the 7 words you can't say, right? But anyway, so as more dangerous storms bear down on California, the state is only just beginning to grapple with the destruction and death left by weeks of extreme weather that wreaked havoc in nearly every region from the northern coast to Los Angeles. This series of storms that have pummeled California since late December have killed at least 19 people. Brought hurricane-force winds that toppled trees and power lines, cutting energy to thousands, and flooded roads and rivers, covering swaths of land in dense mud and debris that stretches for miles. Entire communities have been forced to evacuate, while road closures and power disruptions left some rural regions isolated and almost cut off from the outside world. Once again, this is happening in the United States of America right now, today and yesterday and over the last few weeks. You know, I know Americans really don't give a fuck when climate disasters affect people in the other areas of the world, i.e. anywhere that's not the United States of America. But this is happening in the United States of America, so will Americans actually start giving a fuck about climate change? Will they? Let's be honest here. Like, how many Americans in this country give a fuck about climate change? Like, I'm just curious. Like, they might believe in it in the abstract, right? You know, yeah, sure, the climate's changing. But how many Americans actually give a fuck? I don't know, man. The Republicans, the party that are based around denying science, just won the House of Representatives. So you ask me what's going on in this country in regards to climate change, I say we got a bunch of freaks in this country. So that's my statement on that. Authorities are still documenting the toll of the disaster and effort that's been hampered by a fresh onslaught of more storms. Joe Biden has approved emergency declarations from 41 of California's 58 counties. These storms, this is a quote, are among the most deadly natural disasters in the modern history of our state. Nancy Ward, the director of the governor's office of emergency services, said at a briefing on Friday. After a grueling drought in California's driest years on a record, the latest turn of extreme weather, which some experts have called hydrological whiplash. Damn, hydrological whiplash. Now that's a band name. If anyone out there has a band, consider changing your name to hydrological whiplash. I mean, damn, right? I mean, wow. That's a banger right there. But anyway, has highlighted the challenges that come with such rapid deluge, particularly in a state more accustomed in recent years to disasters related to heat and wildfire. That's an album for the band, Hydrological Whiplash, debut album, Rapid Deluge. I mean, we got some creative writing here from The Guardian. You know what I mean? goddamn creative writing here. They love, like, flexing their vocabularies when talking. I mean, I would too if this is my job, to write articles like this. I mean, fuck. So anyway, go buy Rapid Deluge. I heard it's a really good album. Anyway, California has received an average of more than 9 in. 9 in? What does that mean? I don't know. 9 in nails, perhaps? Who knows? Presumably it's 9 inches of rainfall since late December. And some areas have already seen the amount of rain they typically get in the entire year, according to the National Weather Service. But one of the greatest impacts of the recent weather is also the intense and widespread wind damage that far exceeds that seen during typical wind events. Climate scientist Daniel Swain said in a video update on Friday in Central California's Calaveras County, a tornado with 90 miles per hour winds uprooted a barn. So yeah, California's getting fucked. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You can read the rest of this article if you'd like. But they're getting fucked. And once again, just to be very clear, it is not in the good dick way. Not at all. And there's lots of damage going on throughout the whole state. And once again, give it another 10 years, and this will be like, oh yeah, you go from wintertime where flus and viruses and diseases are spreading throughout the whole world. And then you got summertime where we got 39 trillion hurricanes. And then sprinkled throughout the whole year, we got crazy ass fucking tornadoes and storms. And so anyway, get the fuck out of California. And also just get the fuck off the planet. If that's an option, if you can go to the moon or something, just hold up over there. Maybe things will turn out pretty well. Although, the U.S., who knows what we're going to be doing with those nuclear bombs. Give Donald Trump another term in office. We might blow up the goddamn moon like it's Dragon Ball or some shit. But anyway, we're fucked. The climate's changing, and there's pretty much nothing we can do. I mean, think about it, though. Like, could we do something? Yes. We being the collective of our species. Will we do something? No, we will not do anything. The governments that are in charge of us, right? They're not going to do anything. Do you think the U.S. government's going to make a pact with China, make a pact with Iran, make a pact with India and Russia to combat climate and fossil fuels? Yeah, so we're fucked. So anyway, start stockpiling food, start stockpiling things like emergency power generators and so forth, because you will need them, because no one is going to save us. And if you are probably under the age of 70, you are going to get fucked pretty hard by this shit. So I don't want to be an alarmist, but once again, whatever needs to happen is not going to happen. Our governments will not work together. Why? Because they're all fucking run by psychopaths and they hate each other and everyone else. So once again, 8 billion motherfuckers are under the control of like 10 or so world governments that, are just headed by the craziest fucking psychopaths who've ever been born in our society. So, what could possibly go wrong? But anyway, let's blow up the moon or something. Let's have a little fun before we go out. That's my opinion. Anyway, so that's what's going on.